just crazy is what this is. Craziness. I am telling you. Things, I've literally been doing this for over 4 years. And now something's going to happen where I can't freaking get horizontal properly. Unreal. Unreal. Okay, whoever's here, let me know. Now, is this, did you come into the one that said attempt 3 or 4? Or did you come into one that said Michele is live? That's their generic one. I kind of need to know that because that'll let me know if I'm getting monetized or not, because that matters. Oh, jeez. I mean, honestly, what have I done to deserve this? Hey, Samantha. Am I pixelated anymore? Since I changed locations. Oh, gosh. Honestly. Okay, everybody, am I still pixelated? All right, right side up and no pixel, yeah. Okay, so did you come into the one that said attempt, I had to say coping with loss, attempt 3 or 4? Or did you come into the one that is generic and says Michele Comfy Cozy is live? Let me know which one you came into. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. This has just got me just all in a tizzy. The one good thing is I don't have to sit on the floor. And it's not as hot over here. It's just the window open, or door open. And at least I don't know, comfortable, I guess. Let me drink. All right, I'll be with you in just a second here. This has me so mad. And I can't be mad for this topic. I'm gonna have to rein it in fast. I mean, I will. I know I can do this. Oh, it's just aggravating. All right. I wanted to do this whole book thing, have my everything ready, more ready. Let me see. I wanted to be more ready. I got bullet points, but I don't really have what I wanted. But that's okay. It's gonna be fine because I mean, come on, I could talk. We all know that. All right. So. Hi, Lucinda. Thank you. I will. Hi, Beth. I came into coping with, but didn't see. That's fine. Oh, you came into live. No. So, okay. You know what? Whatever. It won't. Redirected. Decided to reboot and then clean itself up. I was 25 minutes late. It's okay. Yeah. Well, at least now I know how many people. No, I don't even. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. There's 9 people. 11. Okay, that's, I mean. I'm glad, Velma. I'm very happy about that. So, uh, I am going to be writing notes a little bit, maybe if during this, if I feel the need to, you know, scribble something down. Um, I, I have, I have discussion points, bullet points, whatever you want to call it. I have this book that I didn't even get to look at. Which might be good and might be not good. I might just be better off if I wing it, angel wing it. And that is because this book, it says God is in the tough stuff. Where to go when the going gets tough. And I know that not everybody has the same beliefs, if any, and so I very much hesitate to get any kind of religious aspect going because some people are very turned away by that. So we're just going to go with our discussion and me facilitating it. I have items for sale that are gonna that I'm gonna work into the conversation. And I don't have that written down, but in my mind, I know where I want to go with this. Yeah, I'd like to think I have many, and I'd like to think I'll have some more coming. So, okay, we got 15 people. That's okay, because you know what? I fully believe that there might have been people today that were thinking, I'm not going to be coming for that conversation. Maybe they're not ready for it. There are a lot of people that are going through things. They're not ready to talk about it. It's sad because and we're in now. We're engaging into the conversation now. So please, I need you all to, this is a discussion. This is not me preaching. This is me facilitating. Like if two people are on like they have something very much in common, if that's going to go. And I will not interrupt. I might interject or, get the flow going again if I have to, but this is for you guys and for me. And believe me, I've had some moments recently, and one of them was more recent than I care to admit or discuss, but I'm going to, because I go places, and when I say I go places, I mean I go there. Like, I'm not afraid to talk about stuff. So like I said, some people are afraid or hesitant to discuss their losses, their sadness, their grief. People don't know how to grieve. People don't know about the steps of grief or of, like death and dying. And that's something I should have written down. There's a book. I did this in my junior year of high school. I don't know how I remember certain things, but how we do. It's something that I can't remember the things I need to know right now, but for whatever reason, I can remember crap from high school. And I had to do a report on death and dying by Elizabeth Gilbert. Now, I hope you all listened to either me verbally last week or to my many different attempts at doing a Canva yesterday. That gave me a heck of a time as well. But I finally got it sized and whatnot. I put on Instagram and on YouTube. So I hope everybody saw it. And I did say to please bring, your ideas. If somebody has paper in front of them with something written down, like I almost want you to raise. I would love it if you would raise your hand. I would be like extra proud of you. I'm proud of all of you that are here just because you're my people. I consider you're not, I don't own you, but you are what, fluctuate. There's no dark path. Yeah. Well, ironically, and you almost all know my soul sister, Danny, passed away just over a month ago on September 3rd. And that I had been living almost all the time, almost 100%, at their house and helping, with emotional support mostly. And, yeah, I've got many ideas from everybody. These ideas were brought up by all of you. So I have several written down. I don't have that notebook with me because that's just the ideas and the topics anyhow. And this is the one we're doing. This is the one I decided to go with first because for me, it's fresh. Danny was certified in many things. One of them was, I can't think of the exact term. I never can remember it, but it was basically on death and dying. She was certified to basically teach people how to deal with it, how to get through it. And she wasn't like, she didn't have a master's in psychology or psychiatry or anything like that. But she was a great teacher in everything, like everything she, like it wasn't just art. It was this. Yeah. And, it was hard for me because, oh, that's interesting. What was hard about this for me? Hi, Pip. Oh, thank you. Oh, I hope so. But so I was just talking about Danny, how my soul sister who died last month, and she was on here a few times. She was certified in death and dying and many other things. But this is one way to help yourself to get through it is art. See, I didn't have to have, I'm writing my notes as I go because I know it'll all just come to me. She put it into art. She taught people how to do things that she did. So it was like, after she did all the things that when she was teaching, when she was like getting paid, it was her job to do all those things. That's, she was always an artist, but at some point she stopped doing that and she ended up getting into retail. She had a store that she had art in and also other things. So, oh no, that's all right. Let's go through it and then oh, interesting. Well, I could do that. I don't ever stop talking, so um anyhow, so art is one way, a sort of an escape, sort of. And I'm just saying that because sometimes, like, she would make triptychs, which are, usually a little on the religious side. Um, and I wish I had one here. There, she has one that I was going to take. Actually, you know what? I might have taken it. It's just probably in my car or in my storage unit. Yeah, that's possible. Um, but it's not just a religious piece of art. It is there's other kinds of art. I mean, there are so many ways, and so many mediums. You can do mixed media, which I love. You can just paint. You can use just color pencils. You can do watercolors. You can do any um, method, any method you want. Like Kim would know that too, because she's an artist, and it's very therapeutic. It's like you get lost in it. Okay, it's something that you start doing, and it could be you're going to a class to learn how to do it, or you could already kind of know what you're doing and join a group or put together a group. Like that's what we did. Danny and me and two, three or four other women. And there was also this other really big art group that we did things with it, but it had its advantages to being with a group, but also that can seem very chaotic sometimes. And for me, this last 3 years, honestly, but this last year has been very difficult for me. And so I could go back and forth on some things, and or I could just stay on the one thing and then I'll go to the next. Anyway, so yes, one of the ways I just thought of too is journaling. That's a little part of that's part of art too, because you can get a book that you can make a junk journal. Junk journal can be just a bunch of junk, or you can leave spaces and write things. I made one, which I know I showed you guys. I made one for my bestie, and I had all these positive like affirmations and things, like you can do this, you're stronger than you think. A lot of maybe cliche affirmations, but affirmations nonetheless. I mean, if they're cliche, it's just because you're hearing it a lot. And if you're hearing it a lot, it's because it's working. It works and people are talking about it. So we were in this group, and we'd get together, and have a lunch stop, and then do it for a while. Several years ago, we did something that she called Heart and Soul, and capitalized the A in heart. So it was like heart and soul. And she would have topics, and we had assignments sometimes to prepare us. And I remember one of the women who is a veteran, and her husband is as well. and they both went through some major mental stuff, like PTSD to the nth degree. And I never knew her husband, but I knew this woman. I know this woman, whatever. I've been at her house, and you don't always know what people are going through, and that's a big thing to consider, you guys. It's very hard sometimes, I know, because sometimes people are just acting like, and you're like, what in the world, right? Well, sometimes people don't know how to feel emotions. They don't know how to feel. I was married to somebody who felt like I was too emotional, and I felt like he wasn't emotional enough or didn't have any emotions at some point. Somebody else I know that I live with is very much like that. Some people just block things. They don't deal with the bad. They have an ability. I wouldn't call it something, an extraordinary thing or anything, because I wouldn't. I mean, I want to say if it works for you, but I want to also say it's not working. People take the bad things and they put them way, 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 way back to a place that they never go, right? And things like anniversaries of passings don't affect them at all. And it does get easier. Nobody wants to hear that on like day 3 of a loss, you know? But it's true. It does get easier. Now, when I say it gets easier, sometimes that's not for another 3 years. And for some people, it just depends on what it is, or how often you saw a person to begin with, or the life that person led. Might have been a life that had bad potential. Some people, you can just tell, are headed down a path of destruction or a path of just complete sadness, emptiness, because I'm not a sadness that you share with others, like when you hug and things like that, but a deep, deep sadness that some people can't take themselves out of, which unfortunately is what leads to suicide a lot of times, because people are sad about their situations, which my doctor previously said to me, Michelle, I don't think you're really a terribly depressed person. I think you're really happy. I've known you for over 10 years, and well, let's face it, I'm a freaking delight. But anyway, I digress. And he's like, you've always been, unless you've been really, really ill, you've always been pleasant and, happy and whatnot. So I really do believe that this depression that's taking over your body, mind, and soul is situational. And I was like, you are so right. I was like, yes, because if I had my disability at that time, okay, I wouldn't have been so depressed. Now if I had a place of my own to live, that will take away a big, big, big part of what's still hanging on, you know? If I had to quote the great Freddie Mercury, somebody to love, that would probably take away some of my own. Now, for the greater part of 21 plus years, I haven't really had a good relationship. And so there's that emptiness for me. Some people are like, girl, you don't need it. You're better off. You know, I got friends that married 20, 25 years. You're better off. You're better off. You don't, trust me, you can come and go as you please. You don't have to blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get it. But for some people, divorce is a loss. Okay? What movie was it where they say, or TV show, where they're talking about death, and then somebody says, well, nobody died, it was a divorce. And then somebody said something like, well, isn't that like death or something like that? Oh, if somebody knows what I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. But that is real. That is real. Something did die. It wasn't the love, for our sake personally. And you guys, please jump in if you are willing to share. If you're not willing to share, that's okay. If you guys just want to listen to me ramble, or maybe take what what you might relate to and, write that down, that's fine too. But when I got a divorce, and I'm the one that asked for it, my kids were 1 and 2. And, most people would not. Most women would not do that. Most women wouldn't even do that if their kids were 5 and 6, because they're going to be like, I'm going to have to deal with these 2 little kids, Not to mention, yep, exactly. And, yeah, and also my ex was in another state. We lived in Tennessee. And when I asked for the divorce, and even when we got the divorce, no, it's not grief, it's coping with loss. Well, it was meant to be a discussion about coping with loss. I have several kinds of loss that I'm going to address. And that was just something that came to mind about how to, a way to cope. Coping mechanisms, if you will. I am not, and I've said this 100 million times, not a professional of anything. I've lived through some stuff. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, when you get divorced, when I asked for divorce, I still loved him. I broke my own heart after he broke my heart. I loved him. It took me 3 solid years to finally realize I don't love him anymore. Because forever, it took me so long. And we did try to reconcile. He moved up here for a little while. And we did try to reconcile. People didn't even know we were divorced. It was crazy. Like, at all our little league friends and stuff didn't know. But anyhow, It is like, I mean, it's a huge loss. It's a loss of someone that was your partner. And when you have a partner, that speaks to sharing. Partners share. They share what happened that day. They share conversations about current events, about our friends, our family, our anything going on. They share their feelings. Big one. They share. It's a partnership, and when one of those things is gone, that is very hard to do with just one. Very hard. But you can find ways. One of them is family. Now, not everybody has supportive family. Not everybody lives close to their family. My mom used to always say, I mean, you live 5 states away. I can't do anything. And then when I moved here and I moved to Menominee Falls, she's like, well, now, yep, absolutely. She's like, well, now you're so far away. I'm like, it's not 5 states. It's like 10 miles, you know. And honestly, nothing changed as much as I was led to believe it would, or led to feel that it would. So know that family does change. So if you're counting on certain things, you know, I mean, the love is probably always there. And don't be afraid to ask for help. That sometimes is the problem. People don't vocalize their pain, their their loss, their grief, their feelings. So just know that there are family members almost always that are there for you. If you don't think so, the worst that can happen is you go to that person and try to open up to that person with little pieces. And if they, so to speak, reject you, then you know that person is not going to comfort you or help you. And that's what I'm saying. I am so there, and I think a lot of you that are with me every day or every sale, some of you really, really, really know my life. So yeah, family is definitely somebody you can go to. However, oh, absolutely, yeah. However, if you, and that's like I'm saying, like I was for going from divorce, now family. Now I hate to say the word family, and I'm like, okay. So that's why I'm going all over on this, unless somebody wants to speak to something specific. I will just continue to take my usual path. Okay, I'm great with direction. Let me tell you, I will get you from A to B, but you just have to leave it up to me. The in between, I'll always get you there. However, in this situation, I want participation or sharing or asking, or because this is for you. If you're here just to listen to me talk about it, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. I don't have a problem talking. I don't have a problem sharing, and you all know that. But like a loss, like say a divorce, okay, that's one. But then now I said, well, so you ask family to, for support. What if it's family that you lost? that can be very hard for you if you're not an outgoing person that has a lot of friends. There are some people that keep a very small circle. And sometimes that circle is just family, you know? So if your family, okay, because it's going in different directions, or I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just trying. Like I told everybody, I'm not, this is a discussion and it's supposed to be people in the discussion, but if they're not, then I'll continue. One thing I was going to say is that if you're losing somebody in your family, hi Denise, then you almost always go to your closest friends. And that is where I am mixing in some of the sale. Okay, I go out and then give me the option of chatting. Oh, well, that's odd. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, Aaron. Is the chat box working for you guys now? Hi, Nettie. Hi, Lottie. Okay, if it's like the literal chat, I don't know. Let me see here. You know, I hate this. That this whole like way of this whole thing. It has just gone. Oh, okay. Oh, now I can't close this. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you right now. It's a lot of YouTube stuff and when it comes to this. Yes. Well, that's and you know what, Lucinda? Yeah. You you know that hey, you can't just give up work. You know, you're lucky if you get a few days off for bereavement. Yes. Oh, I get that. And oh, that's okay. Okay. Um, I get that, Lucinda. When my dad passed away, it was 1 month, no, two. Okay, when I was getting my divorce, me and my kids left Tennessee and came here at the beginning of August. A month later, well, a month and a week, whatever, my divorce was final. A month later, my dad died. My kids were 1 and 2. I was going through it, okay? I barely had a chance to interact with my dad much again because, you know, with my kids, for him to see his grandchildren, you know, because he got sick again. He had lung cancer. He got sick again and had to go into the hospital. And even well, he was sick at home, but you know, then like it's not, you know, a 1 and 2 year old running around isn't very conducive to a pleasant surrounding for someone that's at the end of their life. Oh, girl, yes, it pours most of the time. I unfortunately feel like, but you know what? I will say, and this is what I was really getting at, because you know I have my way of getting there some way. When my dad died, I felt relief. I was actually relieved. Now I didn't have to also take care of my dad because he had nobody. He was living with a friend and he had nobody. He had two sisters that, you know, like they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, they'll talk to each other. Oh, how's Mike doing? You know, if you talk to Mike, oh yeah, well, you know, apparently he's, whatever, you know. It wasn't like anything until he died. And then it was like, oh, I feel bad. I wish I would have, brought him dinner. Or I wish I would have just come and checked on him a couple times. Stuff like that. Because they all were like probably maybe a half an hour away from each other. I don't know. But anyhow, that shouldn't matter, right? In that when somebody needs you, like Lucinda, you go to that person and you help them. She's helping her dad, right? When I got my divorce and moved here and had my two little kids, my dad had gotten sick again, and this time it was the final one. It didn't, he knew it was too far gone, that it wasn't going to ever go into remission again. And I had to try to feel like I was taking care of him. But how was I going to do that when I had two little kids that couldn't stay home with dad because dad lives in Tennessee, and couldn't have grandma come over because grandma feels like it's so far away, and also never really clicked, okay? So, oh yeah, oh yes, I have, okay, if you're going through a loss and another way to deal with it, and I will tell you that I've done this more than once, and I am now doing it, and I will continue to do it for probably the rest of my young life at least. And I say young, I mean, you get to an age where it's like, okay, I don't need help with anything anymore because I don't care, whatever, But yeah, counseling is I will always, always be in support of counseling, because a lot of times it's what you make of it. But most oftentimes, these people are trained. They have tools. And I'm not going to go deep into this because that's going to lead to the mental health discussion. And that one I'm going to be able to go deeper on. My mom wasn't the person to say she loved me. Last year she finally started saying, oh, yeah. I can totally relate to someone that doesn't know how to show certain emotion. Yep, I totally get that. Oh, and I've even said, you might need counseling. And I got, the look. And if anybody has somebody that gives the look, you know what I'm talking about. Because I have someone that has a look that can paralyze you. And so counseling is great because you are going to somebody that is listening. It might be because they're paid to listen, but it's because they wanted to do this. They wanted to go to school and be trained and learn all the tools to listen to people like me and like some of you that need someone to talk to about all the stuff. And a lot of that stuff is tied to a loss. I got written down here, and this is now I'm going to say this: loss of a job. That's a big, big, big one. Whether you're married or not, loss of a job is huge. Loss of a spouse's job, huge. It may be even huger sometimes. If they did their own counseling for this stuff with their parents, they never applied it. Oh. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. Absentee parents. Well, like latchkey kids. Wow. Wow. Huh, interesting. I'm going to write that down. Because usually, I get a lot of, or I got a lot of, when I was younger, I got a lot of, I did without it and I'm just fine. I didn't have that and I turned out just fine. Well, I guess fine is a relative term, or I guess that's your opinion, and you're all welcome to your own opinions, obviously. But when someone thinks their own opinion is the only way, then we got a problem. Okay. Wow. Good to know. Good to know. If everybody is kind of listening maybe and not always seeing what we're writing, Lucinda just recommended a podcast on Spotify. It's Andrea, and about adult children. Talks about absentee parenting. And from what Lucinda said, it's almost like a flip-flop. It's almost like a flip-flop there. They had the right thing done. They were parented properly, but then they somehow didn't properly parent. Well, then that person in the next level, which is Lucinda, is the one that's not getting the good parenting. And then that's, that's a, oh, shit show? Really? Oh, girl, I got a keychain that says "Welcome to the Shit Show" from Temu. Oh, well, I hope they got that trademarked because that's like the story of my life. It's like, so then it's also just intergenerational where it was done to them and then now it's done to us and we have to break the cycle. Yeah. Because it's no good. It's no good. And somehow, you now are left to learn the way they did it up here, the right way, the way it was done right. Counseling is always, it's good for single people, a person just that needs help with their life or don't know where you're going in life and you just need to talk. Some point when you're talking about something, all of a sudden you have like that Oprah aha moment and you are like, oh my God, I know what I need now. And that's how counseling can help some people. And some people, it can just be like you're saying, I don't understand. This doesn't seem right, my mom, my dad, whatever. did or didn't do this way or that way. And I see people around me, I see my friends, parents not doing that. They're doing this. And that seems to be what works. That seems to be the right way, that everybody's happy. And so you kind of see, right? We compare. My mom is the number one pro at comparing mother daughters. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother topic. Okay. I'll write that down. But yes, what Lucinda is saying and having to have gone through, yeah, exactly. And it can be a friend, it can be a cousin, it can be a teacher, that sees, you know, that can read a person, and tell something's not going right. My mom watches a ton of Hallmark, so I see things where, everybody, there's always, the perfect scenario. People always see the bad things, and then it all turns out good. So I can say teachers are the best, like, they'll be like, something seems to be bothering you, Johnny. And then Johnny pours his guts out and, have to go to take, okay. Yeah, well, definitely. Yes, I know. I'm pretty anonymous. Yeah. Well, the other thing is that I don't care about what people that would be poo-pooing this would think. Um, I'm taking a big chance doing these discussions because I might have, well, I'm not saying anybody's watching me because I don't, I think, a whole lot of people jumped ship on me. But there might be people that are going to be like, oh, so now Michelle thinks she's the, you know, oh, I got you now. Okay, well, but still, it's true though. Like I'm telling you guys, I, I wouldn't do a, I wouldn't do a discussion like this if you all didn't agree to it because, or not all of you, but if there wasn't like a good portion of you that said, yes, please do this. Because I don't need any more BS in my life than I already have. And so more BS from like maybe other content providers doesn't matter to me. Because if people aren't open enough to say, you know what, if that's what works for you, then that's, you know, I'm 100%. Everybody is, you know, has, everybody is, it's okay for everybody to think they want to, the way they want to think or do the way they want to do, as long as you're not hurting people. And that includes yourself. Oh, yeah. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and my mom's like, "Can you just like not be so sharing when we're?" Because there was right here in this room, the hostess had a group of us playing dice, and I was asked by my mother to please keep my emotions in check. basically. And, kind of maybe zip it. Okay, so this is what I'm dealing with. I will tell you that's one thing. My counselor, Bob, my therapist, well, I had to deal with some stuff. And I knew it was going to be really hard and I was going to be very emotional. And he goes, Michelle, I'm asking you this just this one time. Put your emotions in your pocket. And I wrote that down. And when you write something down, sometimes it helps to stay in your head. Or if it's something that really helps you in the moment, it works. Now, that's a lot different than my mom saying, can you just zip it? Or can you, put a lock on your emotions? That's a lot different because that's a negative. When Bob said it, he said it because it was a way to protect myself from being hurt. Okay? So I'm going to take this moment to say, because we were saying, one of the best people to help you in these situations, because family is not always it. Family is a lot of times the root of it. You're lost. You've lost your mom. You lost your dad. You've gotten a divorce. Or you've lost a husband or a wife. And I also have another thing written down, a couple things, or a job loss that can really affect a relationship. Having someone to confide in or talk to, a shoulder that is not a therapist is your friends. And I don't mean like we have levels of friendship. In life, we really end up with 4 quarters. And if you're lucky. And 4 quarters is way better than 100 pennies. You might not always be somebody's quarter. It's not like literal, oh my God, you have 5 close friends. Which one's not a quarter? It's not like that. It's not like that, literal. But I lost a quarter this year. And that's really tough because she was one of the people that I really, really, really went to. A lot. Like a lot. And she didn't use a lot of her training things, but she did use a lot. Sometimes she did, sometimes she didn't. Anyway, so that's where I'm going to interject this. A friend is special. And a friendship ideals. This is actually an ideals also. This is an older one. I saw it and I knew. I was like, I had a feeling. And Nancy's like, well, I didn't notice that. And I'm like, well, it's got the same size and shape and feel, And sure enough, I opened it up and down here it says Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Ideals Publishing Corp, 1978. So that's the older. It was in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, very close here. It was in Milwaukee for many, many, many years. And then it went to Nashville, ironically, because, so did I. But I came back. So these are 2 different books that I mean, if your friends at work can't talk, the other one's on vacation, someone else is going through some stuff themselves, stuff like that. You feel like, oh gosh, here you go. This book is something that you can go to with a friend. You guys can look at it together, share it. Say I was reading it and this made me think of you. Or, like I said, if you don't have somebody, if you're just reading this, this could be a really comforting thing for you, comforting tool. And I mean, there's poems like If I Could Make a Friend. And they're all beautiful pictures. All the lovely things must go. That's really maybe a seasonal thing, but look, friendship's door. I'll read this one, why not? I didn't read this before though. The keys that open friendship's door are in your hands and mine. There's a key called understanding, fashioned from a rare design. For this quiet understanding that is passed from friend to friend is what makes a pleasant friendship keep blooming with no end. I got goosebumps and almost. There's another key most precious that can open friendship's door. It's called love, and we must use it each day more and more. For if we give ourselves all freely, ever seeking for the best, being blind to faults of others, then true friendship's been expressed. Now, I can put this in 2 words: unconditional love. I know I have that from a lot of people. I know I don't feel that from some people. And that, my friends, is a loss. It's a loss of love. It's an emptiness that could possibly never be filled. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination at all. But my dad, he thought I walked on water. My dad thought I could do no wrong. And I don't mean that in a cloudy kind of unrealistic way. I just mean in a, you're my daughter. I love you madly. Like, I love you so truly, deeply. You are my world. You, everything that I ever wanted, I realize is having a child, and you are that. You know what I mean? People that appreciate know that they have unconditional love from someone. It's the best thing. I mean, I have unconditional love for my kids. I'd probably kill for my kids. I would, and I would absolutely take a bullet for my kids. I would do almost anything within reason, I guess, and probably beyond reason for my kids. I love them that much. I'm not saying that love's a contest. I'm saying I love my kids that much. I am saying I did not feel that I was loved that much by a person in my life. So as a kid, I was very close to my BFF, who was Jill, who I used to live with. And then growing up, I always had a best friend at school. I had a best friend up north when we went up there. I had, Jill was my neighborhood best friend because we never went to the same schools. And she was my life best friend. But then as I got older, I had different friends in different aspects, and Tammy is like my bestie. She is my unconditional love. I mean, we don't say we love each other, but Danny and I did. Every time we saw each other, or every time we left, or, love you, I love you, that might be strange for some people in friendship. I don't say it to everybody in my life. I understand that. But I do say it to certain people. And I don't say what I don't mean. You know, when I say much love, you know, if somebody's ever emailed me and I say much love, I wish you that. I wish everybody much love. I absolutely do. I have people that don't like me at all. And that makes me not really like them either. But I don't, I wish everybody well. I mean, you know, again, within reason. I'm not wishing the Charles Manson family well, you know. I'm not wishing, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer well when he was alive. You know, he's from Milwaukee. So, you know, I'm not wishing terrible people, you know. I wish they'd get better, but for some people, that is a train that has left the station. But friendship, some do come and go. You know, the pennies. But look how cute this is. I mean, sometimes that's all you need in a day to make you feel better. So look, when I say open this book about friendship, I mean, how can that make you not feel happy? But I can tell you somebody that wouldn't, that would just go, oh, I can tell you. But anyhow, it's a regular, it's, you know, it's, oh, this is where we're going to go next after we get through this moment. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I just want to read the first few lines. How lucky I am, how truly blessed too, for I have a friend and that friend is you. I mean, if you don't have friends that you could give that to, then I'm sorry. I really am sorry for you. If you do have friends that you can say that to, you know how lucky you truly are. You know how blessed you are. And never take that for granted. Because you always want that person to be there for you when you need them, and you are always there for them when they need you. No, it goes both ways. So this ideals friendship, and then this one just says friend is special. But I'm not sure why. I'm wondering if this is like maybe a very early, I don't know what year they started. I need to research that. You know what? Let me write that down. Because that could be, I mean, again, if you watched one of my last two hauls, you saw that I got a book, a doll magazine, actually, that I believe is like the prototype for Cabbage Patch Kids. This could be the prototype for Ideals. I mean, maybe they knew where they were going. Ideals, we're going to call ourselves the Ideals Publishing Company, and we're gonna start with this. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe they did like this, a friend is special. Maybe they then did things, Christmas is joyous, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna find out now. But Friendship Garden, that's a good one. Oh, see, this is another, oh my God, this is a really good one, because that's what some of us don't have. Here is a poem that says, friendship means listening to heartaches and cares, happiness that another one shares, whispering a kind word or two, sunshine when storm clouds are due, Comfort when all else goes wrong. Laughter, a smile, and a song. That works for me. And let's just remember comfort, comfy. You, if you're in a friendship that, you know, is like this, again, you know you're blessed. I was thinking, oh gosh, blessed. Close friends because they didn't know. Yes. Oh, I am so sorry, Pip. And that is absolutely true. Some people don't know how to handle it when somebody else goes through a loss or something like Pip. I remember someone I this is a long time ago. And I worked at Princess Cruises. And one of the girls in my department that was a friend, but not like, I mean, it was a friend that maybe would be at a same party, but not a friend I would go to lunch with. Well, her dad died. Oh, I didn't know what to say because I didn't feel like I had enough to say. You know, me. I feel like I have to be the biggest shoulder to cry on. And I have to give the best, most sincerest, largest, you know, I want a person to know how much I care. And, I was kind of avoiding her when she came back to work. And then we were in the bathroom together and we were at the sink washing our hands. And I, you know, it's like you're at this moment where you're like, here it is. And you just say, Amy, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say to you. And I didn't think that saying I'm sorry was enough. And she goes, that's all you need to say. I thank you for it, you know? And so, you know, saying I'm sorry is better than saying nothing at all. But backing it up is also the way to go. That's like, you know, a true friend, like, would know what to say to Pip. First of all, a true friend is gonna embrace you immediately, probably before the rest of the sentence is even out of your mouth. Will probably have some major emotions. And if it was me, I'd probably have tears. I definitely would have goosebumps. But, you know, sometimes you try to hold back the tears because you don't want that person to think that, you know, like you've already, like, written that person off. And I hate to say that, but that's what some of those people, those friends that Pip lost are probably because, yes, they didn't know what to say. And another thing is like they probably just thought it didn't matter. That person won't be in my life forever anyway now, so it doesn't matter. And I definitely don't mean that in a way. Pip, I wish you every year ahead more and more and more. And I hope that you're in remission and all those things. Yes. Hey, thank you for saying that, Lottie, because there are a lot of people that want to say something and don't know what to say. Again, like and then she said, saying sorry is enough. If you're in a position to hug that person. Hug away. I met a lady downstairs. Side note, this is a Michele, squirrel moment. Today, I was putting some things in my car, and she came out and we were talking, and we were talking about a lot in a little bit of time. And as we were ending our conversation, she reaches out her hand to greet, say goodbye, and like it was nice meeting you. And I went in and I'm like, oh, I'm a hugger. Are you a hugger? She goes, oh yes, I'm a hugger. And we hugged. And she goes, oh, this just means so much to me today. There you go. Boom. I don't know what the morning had brought her, because as soon as somebody else came out, like a daughter or granddaughter, she's like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta hurry up. You don't know what people are going through, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. A lot of people are going through a loss of some kind. So anyhow, first I'll tell you that the Ideals Friendship is from 1990. This is the one from Nashville. It's $5 and it's number 15. Number 15. Really great poems, stories. There are even activities. There's just even beautiful. You can cut this apart and just then go to town on making a journal. I'm always going to say make a junk journal. That is, you can get so deep into making a junk journal. Oh, look, interior decorating. And covering my cushions with hues and tints of fall. Russet, orange, yellow, brown. My house will hold them all. I love that. I'm not big on, fall, because that for us means then winter's coming. But I like it. It's nice out. We got really good weather right now. But so this Ideals Friendship is $5, number 15. And this A Friend is Special, Ideals from 1978 is $5, and it's number 30. Number 30. $5 each, number 15, number 30. And a simple poem. And I have read poems from the different ones that I've sold to you guys. And you've seen, you've heard. Simply reading a poem can really what's the word I want? Kind of transfer you to a different place. It can take you to a different place, which is also taking your mind to a different place, and sometimes that is exactly what you need. So this is my representation of saying friends are the people you can go to for loss, and these books about friendship are also great to go to like alleviate a little bit of your pain. Obviously not take it away, but just take you somewhere else for a little while you're reading it. So there's that. Okay. While I'm on that, I'm gonna also show you this. This one. It is Thomas Kincaid. Celebrating the blessings of loved ones, a garden of friendship, to commemorate the treasure of fellowship and the blessings of love in inspirational and elegant style, through Thomas Kincaid's paintings and featured quotes. Garden of Friendship leads you on a journey through tranquil, full-color garden scenes that bring out the essence of the friendship experience. The pilgrimage of sweet companionship is honored and encouraged in this beautiful book that salutes the rare gift of a good friend. Now, I'm not selling this because I got it for somebody, and it's actually for one of you. I don't know if you're still here. Now I kind of hope not, because you will know who you are for a couple of reasons. But anyway, I realized that I didn't take the sticker off. Oh, there we go. So I'm showing you this, and it's not like I'm saying, haha, I got this and you can't have it. I'm saying there are these books like this that you can buy, books like this that you can give. So if your friend is going through a loss and you are running out of things to say, or you're not sure of what to say, you could buy a book about friendship, like this. I mean, this sounds like a book that's going to say, I'm here for you. Because some people aren't ready right away if there's a loss. Some people just need to stay in like a cocoon until they're ready to break out of it, and go to other people and give, like get that that special comfort a friend gives you. That's what you're, when you're ready to get that, when you're ready to talk about it, or to, be comforted, because some people are like, go away from me. And then they're ready. Or some people are ready right away, like I would be, I'm just saying. So friendship is a very, very, very important important piece of loss, because they'll be there for you when you have any losses, and even if you have lost a friend. I've had some really nice things said, even just on Facebook, when I posted the information about Danny's funeral, because I was living at their house, and her husband said, can you put that out there now? So I had not put anything on Facebook at that until that point. I didn't say, oh my God, my soul sister died, or I didn't say anything, because I was kind of like going through it. But my closer friends knew, and said, I'm so sorry. And my kids even were like, oh my God, Mom, I'm so sorry. And like, I hope that like a freaking week later, my daughter said, Mom, I hope you're doing all right dealing with your grief. I mean, my daughter has been like on another plane lately, and for her to say that meant everything to me. I'm gonna do this one right now because it's special to me and it's relevant to me, and you all will understand. Also, I forgot to put new batteries in because I think something's not quite working. I'm going to turn it on. It is from Hallmark. It is a Halloween or a Valentine's item, truly. But when I found it, I saw a very meaningful thing. Danny loved pigs. She didn't have them all over, but she had some, She'd be like, oh, look at that cute one. you know, she had like cast iron pigs or something, that stuff, a couple that I had, you know, from me. Um, and then, you know, one's on her oven or one's like on her, well, I don't even know how to describe it. But anyway, when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, it's a pig with wings. It's an angel pig. And that just, with her passing so recently, it made me think this is something that I could add to the sale. It might not help you through a loss. I'm just saying it's, look at its cute tail. I mean, come on. That's adorable. Now, obviously, I don't know what it says because I don't know if it just oinks or if it says I love you. But you know what? Either way, that's amazing. That's special. That's love, you know, and love is what you need. Love is what we all need, really. Love is all you need. So yeah, and then when I saw that it was a Hallmark, if it was like some junky thing from Walmart, I wouldn't have got it. But I was like, it's a special piece, and it's quality, and it like I put my puzzle pieces came together for it, and it might be good for somebody else as well. So this is the Hallmark Valentine's Day Cupid Shuffle plush, and it is $12, number 25. And I don't have the thing to open it, but I am sure that all it needs is either new batteries or battery. I'm sure it needs just new batteries. It's not like, you know, bad or anything. It's just I just don't have the little tiny thing, and I totally forgot to put, you know, new batteries in it. But yeah, it's super cute, and it's like a meaningful friendship angel kind of thing that I put together to add to the sale. So yes, I'm about to go into the really hard one for me. But anyhow, this is the Hallmark. What I was saying is because Danny liked pigs, and this is a pig angel. It is for Valentine's Day. I don't care. It's not. Well, now the thing is moved, but it was like making noise before. It needs batteries, and I didn't put new batteries in it. So I don't know if it just oinks or if it says I love you or what, because it's technically the Hallmark Valentine's Day Cupid Shuffle plush. Maybe it sings the Cupid Shuffle. Maybe it rewords it. I don't know. But it was cute. It reminded me of Danny, and then it had angels, and she is my guardian angel now. And so that brought meaning to me, and I thought I'd share that, and that somebody might want it or would love it as well. It's $12, and it's number 25. $12, number 25. It is like brand new. It's not a hot mess. It's soft. It's adorable. It's from Hallmark. I don't know if it has a year on it. I don't think I looked, but no, if I recall, it might have been a few years back. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I was also going to tie a couple other things in with that, and I may or may not do well with some of the things that I am selling with this, but I can try. So this I love so much. I think it's a super cool thing that I just recently found. It is a guardian wing, angel star guardian wing. Give your dreams wings to fly. And it says suggested uses for this stone. As you hold the stone in your hand, imagine the angel's calm presence surrounding you. Carry this stone in your pocket or purse to use as a touchstone reminder. Some may use it as a worry stone to let go of stress and worries. Place the stone in an area where each time you see it, you will think positive. Remember, attitude can change everything. Or give this stone as a gift to a friend, someone who you love, or pass it along to a stranger. However you use it, know this stone has come to you for a reason. And yeah, so the bag was jacked up, and so I taped it nicely back together. And I just thought that I know a lot of you are into angels, and I do believe that Danny, she said she's going to be my guardian angel. So this guardian wing stone, which I think is just, look at the wings. Look at the angel wings. That is, that's just so, and something that you can carry or have in a vignette or pass on, whatever. This angel star guardian stone, guardian wing stone is $10, and it's number 23. $10, and it's number 23. This is the kind of thing that I would have given to Danny when she was alive, just as a friend, You got it, Nettie. Thank you. Nettie, I have to say, I loved my message that Jordan sent me. It got me all goosebumpy, and it's getting me goosebumpy again. It just was so sweet. So I love that. And I shared it with, I told Nancy, and I forgot to share it with her, but I told her about it and how sweet it was and how good it made me feel. So, I'm going to do one more item before I continue. Yes, I saw, and yes. I'm showing this because my guardian angel, my current guardian angel, Danny, she loved religious items, especially the Madonna. Oh gosh. Yep. Isn't that, a big part of this is you have to open your heart. You don't have to be as extreme as me and wear your heart on your sleeve, but it's good to be open-hearted, open-minded, and open-hearted. Anyway, she liked a lot of different religious items. So when I saw this, I was like, it's an angel and it's a communion, or it's a font, where you would, when you go to church. Um, I do not know of what religions might not do it, but I am Catholic. I know we do it, and I do know that Lutherans do this as well. But you don't have to have holy water in it, to put it up and just enjoy it. It was made in Sri Lanka. It has the thing right there to hang it up. And she's beautiful. She's very sweet. She doesn't have any cracks. A little bit of that gold paint loss, but not a whole lot. Look at her feet even are coming out of there. So she is, I'm like all over the place, of course. Oh my gosh. Oh, here. And I put, this is what my problem is. I put made in Japan. She was made in Sri Lanka. But that doesn't matter. I wouldn't have. So this holy water font is $25 and it's number 4. $25, number 4. It's porcelain. These are, not things you come by every day. And they're special. I don't know if it's wrong to put holy water in there. I have, well, it probably has all evaporated, but from each of my children's first communions, I have a little thing of holy water. And from their baptisms, or vice versa now. I can't remember. But I don't know. If you could go to church every week and when you're there, like take not a whole jug, but something and get some, I don't know. That would be an interesting thing to find out. But the person that would tell me has passed on. I believe it's yes. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Danny was one that, on a new moon would do, I did it. I was with her once or twice when she did do it. And it's very interesting. And it's just something that you have to be, I don't know. Sell holy water? I don't know about that. I would imagine you could just take a little, but I don't know where they would sell it. I don't know about that. Possibly, some places have, I don't know. But yeah, it's $25, number 4. Okay. So, okay. We're going to go to one that for me has been a very, very difficult loss. And that is when I had to surrender Bella for adoption. And I am just going to say sorry, not sorry right now for my crying because it's going to get worse. I know that there are some of you, I know for sure one of you that is here right now that has lost a dog in the actual sense of like the passing on of a dog. Not a lost dog, but some people do, like some dogs run away and you don't ever find them, and that's a loss. That is, you have. And if your dog has passed on from, or if you've had to put down a dog, some people don't think that I have suffered a loss. I know that you all have different feelings than that because you guys have been very supportive to me about it. I remember when I worked somewhere and the executive director of not just where I worked, but all of the locations of where I worked, she was the executive director. She had an office at our location. And she called in one day because one of her dogs passed. She had two, I think, Siberian Huskies, I want to say. Yes. And she didn't ever have kids. So even more so when people are, I'm not a big fan of the word fur baby. I know a lot of people use that, and to each his own, absolutely, to each his own. You know, I just say my Bella. Well, I used to say my Bella. I said it a lot. And when I had to give her up, it was, hi Linda, it was one of the hardest things I had to do. And I have had recently, I've had some other feelings stirred up because I'm, looking for an apartment now. And I almost am at a point of applying at another apartment, but I applied there before and I got accepted last year, and that was on Friday. And I think you guys all know this. A lot of you know this story. Oh yeah, and she was. I had a letter from my psychiatrist at the place that I had gone to those classes at 2 years ago. And what was I saying now? Oh, this place accepted me, and then on Monday called and said, we're rescinding the offer because you can't have a dog on the second floor. Or your dog weighs too much to be on the second floor, something like that. Because it was a dog building. Not all the buildings had pets, but it was a pet building. And I'm like, my 55-pound dog cannot be on the second floor, but my 800-pound ass can be. I was beside myself. You all, if you're a regular, a real regular, will probably remember me being awfully ticked off about this. And I was like, okay, well, then I can't live there. Great. And then, this is where I ended up at some point. And so I have a lot of negativity about that place, toward that place. I have recently been feeling some, I don't know what the right word is for it. Yeah. I have been feeling some negativity. I guess that's the best word I can use right now because it's not hate, but it borderlines on dislike a lot. But I felt that toward Danny's husband, and also my mom. Because if I, I was staying at Danny's house with Bella a lot, a lot. And then all of a sudden it became a problem. And here, I couldn't come here and live here with a dog. And now a girl upstairs has a dog because it's an emotional support dog, which I informed my mom that Bella was my emotional support dog. Also, there's a dog now over here, and it's a yippy dog. And I don't mean yippee in like hooray. I mean yippee in like yip, 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 yip. So, I've been feeling some negative feelings about things toward my mom as well, because of, if it weren't for those situations, I wouldn't have had to surrender her. If it weren't for that place saying that, I couldn't have my dog on the second floor. I'd be living in that apartment right now for over a year. I would have been already there and happy with my dog that has not been there for me. And I have not had her. I like to think I was there for her too. It's been a year now. Last Friday, all of a sudden we were eating supper, and I'm like, what's the date today? And I did my phone, and I'm like, it just hit me. Hey, Jacqueline. And they knew what I was going to have to do because of their reasons. And again, I know I always say to each his own, but this was, on one hand, all of a sudden kind of an issue, and on this hand, just what a bunch of BS issue. And it affected me so tremendously that, and anyhow, when we were eating supper the other night, and then I looked at my phone to see what the date was, because I was just like, what's today's date? And I realized that it had been a 1 year anniversary of me taking Bella to be surrendered for adoption. Well, I went through a lot, and I've cried and I've cried and I've cried. And I almost brought a picture of her today with me to be like, because I know a lot of you loved Bella too. Thanks, Letty. And I'm sorry for yours too. So Tuesday, you guys are not gonna even believe this. She was a rescue dog. Yes, I did rescue her. We're eating, me and Nancy. We went to this place that we go to a lot on Tuesdays because it's Taco Tuesday. And we sit, and it's like the literal village center of Menominee Falls, and the main intersection. And there must have been a red light, and these cars were sitting waiting for the green light. And I looked up, and I swear I saw Bella. I'm like, oh my God. And right away, the tears, and I was goosebumpy all over. And I go, oh my God. I go, Nancy, look. She goes, but she doesn't have her ear up. And I go, well, she didn't always, And And the dog was sitting in the back seat. The window was down, and her head was like this, and she was looking at me. I know she was looking at me. I mean, there was no reaction, and I was like far away, but the dog was looking, and I was like, I know that I'm almost positive that Bella was adopted by a family, and this guy was probably like a younger guy, but then so I was like, oh, it's not, but maybe he was babysitting. Maybe they went away for the weekend, or I don't know. Maybe it didn't work and they gave it to him. I don't know. But I swear, in my heart, I told Nancy that I saw Bella because I needed to have that connection so bad, because when I had to surrender her, and I had so many regrets, but not regrets because it wasn't something that I did because I wanted to. It's not a decision I made. But I always wanted to know where she was so I could just like park a block away and just see her running around in the yard, just to see her. And it filled my heart up so much that I swear to you, I saw Bella. And there's nothing that's gonna make me think that I didn't, because it gave me what I have needed for so long. I just miss her so much, and I know that you all can relate. And this is just one of those things that, I mean, I have a different kind of loss, because, and it's sometimes, I mean, it's, if I said it was worse, you would think that's crazy. My dog's dead, that's, but think about the fact that I know she's somewhere and I can't see her. I can't have her back. That's even worse. It just always pulled away at my feelings. It just beat me up inside. It's the worst feeling to know that she's somewhere. Sometimes I sit and I wonder, does she live here close by? Does she live, wherever? Just, it it was just, I don't know, amazing. I don't know what to say, how to say it. I gotta read your comments because I know I've missed quite a few. But you guys, I am telling you that growing up, we had dogs a lot. And, we had dogs that ran away. We had dogs that had to be put down. We had one dog that was a German Shepherd, and we gave it up to be trained as a seeing eye dog, which, like, okay, I can accept that, but I'll never, like, I always was. It's been hard for me, my part of my whole life, that to forgive the fact that Sadie did not run away. I know they took her and maybe they let her go in a farm field or took her to the Humane Society, but I know she didn't run away. Even Coco, who for the most part was an ass of a dog, because she would only go by my mom or let my mom. What's the point in having a family dog that will bite you? That's, if that dog went outside and I tried to pick it up, it would bite me. I hated that dog. But I loved it. You know what I mean? And I came home from college one weekend, and I was like, where's Coco? I've told the story before. And my mom said she's at the Humane Society. I couldn't handle it anymore. She was peeing in the house too much. So I went to the Humane Society just to see her. And yes, I had that whole place barking. And do I care? No, I don't. Because it's what I needed. I needed a goodbye. It was like, just like a, oh well. I mean, not like a, let's try something. You know, I get it. Like, we didn't have the internet back then. But we had, you know, the Humane Society, who you could call and ask what's a good thing to do to try to, or you know, you could look in an encyclopedia because we had those, and you know, so I've had a lot of different pet loss, but of course you guys know how my Bella was. Yep. Thank you. Yep, I did. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, because a lot of children were told that story. A lot of children. Um, so anyway, whew, um, I will tell you, Nancy. I don't. Nancy's not here today because she's got a lot going on, and she's having to work on um, building some stuff for her new space in the antique mall. Or she's not building it; she's working with her son and her daughter-in-law and stuff. But you guys, and now I'm saying, like for that kind of loss, I don't really, I don't really know the best way for handling that because obviously I mean, I just had to deal with it. I had to. I always looked at her picture every day, every day, every day when I was, you know, living with my mom before I actually left for, you know, so whatever. I had that picture and I looked at her all the time. And I cannot, like, that picture was different. It was like the one that I looked at every day that soothed me, you know? But if I like go into my Bella album on my phone and start looking at pictures, I will end up bawling. So it's just how do you find comfort kind of moment, right? You know, you might have friends that say, well, you know, it's happened to me too, and I'm okay. Okay, fine. Thanks. Thanks. You know, um, like someone just never said the right thing. Even the other day when I started crying about the anniversary, did not say the right thing. So a lot of people do not relate to that. And that's one thing that you have to know. You don't have to understand it, and you certainly don't have to like it. But you have to know that there will be people, they are not animal people. Now, I don't like critters, you know, like, yep, Absolutely. Yes. And I I get aggravated when things remind me or I say something and then the other one. So it's very aggravating when you have non-animal, non-dog or cat people. Let's put it that way. Non-domestic animal. And I don't mean the kind that are snakes or spiders or whatever. I mean, a dog or cat. I'm just not saying that they're the only normal domestic animals, but I'm just saying they're the generally normal ones, okay? So if you have a teacup pig, I'm not saying this is different. I'm I'm just saying it's a little different. you know, I don't like squirrels. I don't like, the possum and all that. If you like them, if you have a pet squirrel, I'm not saying I hate your squirrel. I'm just saying I'm not a fan. But good for you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't hate on it. I'd be like, if somebody had a pet squirrel and it got shot with a BB gun, if it was your pet squirrel, I would feel bad for you. If it was just a regular wild one, I would be just okay with that. You know, I'm just saying there are people that don't get it. And when you're around those people, as hard as it is, you have to put your heart in your pocket, to quote Bob. Yes. Yes. Yep. Oh, yes. Hey, Anna. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, but just know if you have an animal and someday you don't because of certain reasons, just be prepared for the people that are going to act like it's just a dog or it's just a cat. Because there are those people everywhere, and you're probably related to some of them. Oh yeah, I I agree. I still have my feelings. I'm just saying, you know, you can kind of prepare yourself for how to deal with that kind of person because it's gonna hurt, it's gonna piss you off, it's gonna make you frustrated, and it's gonna give you a lot of very strong negative feelings. So I I am saying this to prepare anybody that has a domestic animal or pet, whatever, that if you didn't know, people that don't have animals aren't all understanding of your losses of animals. Some people will be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, she was such a cute, dog, or he was such a cute cat. Oh, such a sweetheart. I feel so bad for you. I can't I can't believe you're gonna have to, be here all alone and not have her with you." And people say things that are comforting, and then there are people that don't get it and don't care to get it. So I'm just saying, if you weren't prepared for that before, be prepared for it if you ever have a pet loss. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, it's kind of like love and hate. both very strong. Both can be so similar, because if you still love somebody, hate is hard to, make happen and things. So there's indifference. And sometimes indifference is the best place to be for a lot of people, because then you're not feeling, yeah, okie dokie. You're not feeling, you're not hurting. You're not hurting. Like, think of it like this. Somebody who's married loves that person, and then is asked for a divorce because this person now has been having an affair and loves this other person, doesn't love you anymore. Well, now you can't just turn off your love, and now you kind of are like hating that person. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's going to take you a while to stop loving and to stop hating that person. It's like indifference is kind of acceptance, and it's not like you accept it. It's like you accept it because it is, and it's not going to, well, it might change, but it currently is what it is and isn't going to change. And you continuing to love or hate isn't going to affect that other person's new love. You know what I mean? That's how you know you've come to terms or are over that loss. It's not always something that can happen. I will never, ever get over losing Bella. I will never get over losing my grandpa. That day is like so ingrained, and there's so many triggers I have. I loved my grandma dearly, but her loss was different. I loved my dad dearly. His loss was different. I loved my sister, and I loved my nephew. Even those losses weren't as strong for me. My sister led a life that was taking her, like I was saying before. People are living a certain life, and you know that phone call is going to come one day. You are already there. You have already accepted it. That's a different kind of loss. That's almost like a loss, like when they say it's a blessing in disguise. When somebody is in all the pain. Oh, my mom's friend, George. Well, I know him too, but luckily I took her to see him on Monday. Passed away this morning. And there's just, it's all over the place. It's everywhere. Sorry to talk about. No, I'm so glad you are. I'm so glad you are, Lucinda. And I think a lot of people can relate. But for a lot of people, it's just easier to listen and read and process. And like for me, if I was on the other side of the camera, I'd probably been the one that watching it taking notes. Like or saying or making my own note like, oh, like da da da, do this. If this happens, I can see this happening. I can see this coming down the pike. This is a way I can prepare for that loss of a person, of a, of, and like I did touch upon very briefly a job loss. Um, I would, I didn't like do the homework as much as I didn't do the homework like I wanted to, because I just knew that I am so emotional and I feel so much. And having lost Danny so recently and having the loss of Bella, just having an anniversary and seeing her, I swear I wish I would have taken a picture, but I was so I couldn't do anything but cry, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry, Nancy. It's gonna take me a minute to stop crying, and she's so understanding. There is one loss that I didn't get to talk about, and I am going to talk about it now because. Oh, but first, I've brought these once and nobody got them. Since I was talking about the loss of a pet, I have this double deck of cards of a Boston Terrier. Not that it matters what the kind of dog is. A pet is a pet is a pet. Dog, cat, squirrel, whatever. And I'm selling this deck. I think I reduced the price, but I don't know, maybe not. For $12 for the 2 decks. $12, and it's number 1. 2 decks of cards, number 1. Look how cute. So cute. Bella could have had some of that in her, because it kind of looks like a miniature boxer, to be honest. They do, and the ears and all of that. So $12, number 1. And I'd even do $10. I'd even do $10. I'm going to do a couple sales and just kind of tell you how I came to why they're in the sale. Well, one of them is a deck of cards. The outside actually looks beat up, but the inside is like, they maybe used them once because they're like totally brand new. And they're all the same. And then they're regular cards. But the cards are brand new. The box is a little worn. But they're Harley Davidson. They're super cool. I don't know if I see a year anywhere on here. No, I don't think I do. No. And I don't think it came up when maybe I didn't look, but anyhow, these are going to, the reason I'm playing cards is a distraction. See, when you suffer certain losses, they are never away from you. It is going to take you forever and a day to get over it. Okay. Loss is the kind of thing that you can be thinking about it all day, all night, because it can keep you up at night. So what you want to do, and that's one of the reasons that I also mentioned arting, and you can do art, you can make a junk journal, you can play cards, you can read a book. These things are distractions. They'll keep your mind on something else. And that is one way of kind of getting to a better place, you know. Not necessarily the right term, but I will say coming to terms with your loss. You're always going to feel a loss, a certain something about a loss. You're always going to have feelings, most people. But this is just saying it's a distraction, and this is why I'm, you know. And so this deck of cards is $8, and it's number 11. $8, number 11. The cards are like never been played with. And actually, I thought the same thing on these too, but I don't know. They're pretty slick, but they've got age. I do remember that now they had a scent, and I took a fragrant a dryer sheet and I put it in here, and then I put this right over it, and it was in there for a good long time. And I guess it worked, because when I opened it, I didn't get that oof of Grandma's attic. It does have a smell, but now it's a little better. It's a nicer smell. So these are also like in really good condition. Again, these are now $10, number 1, and these are $8, number 11. I'm gonna do a couple more sales or items, just because they're because this discussion part is almost done, and there's one more discussion that I have, or one more part that I'm going to bring up, but I'm not yet. I have 2 bluebirds of happiness. I thought, you know, one thing that can bring you happiness is a bluebird of happiness. And happiness is a way of, you know, having happiness in your life is a way of coping. You know, instead of living in a place that has gray walls and nothing on them, and just a table and a chair and a TV, nothing, you know, just something as simple as a blue glass bird, a bluebird of happiness. I mean, and it even has the sticker. Bluebird of happiness. They're both signed. One is Leo Ward, 1994, and one is Leo Ward, 1995. So basically, they are the same. Let me see which one is which. I just saw a little sticker mark. Trying to get it de-stickered. So this one is signed Leo Ward, 1990. I believe that's 4. And this one is 95. This one's easier to read. The 94 one is a little harder to read. If you look at it a certain way, it looks like a 9, but then you turn it a certain other way and it's a 4. So now I am not necessarily thought I got it so where it was like, okay, that's a 4. But now I'm thinking that's a 9. So the 94 one, it might be 1999. I am not exactly sure. That's this one. And then this one is the 95 one. Okay. And I'm actually gonna take a few bucks off right off the top here. And they'll be $15 each. It's your choice. And the number is 27. 27 for your choice, Bluebird of Happiness. No, I forgot. 1995 and 1994 or 1999. Both signed by Leo Ward, and both have the Bluebird of Happiness sticker. Number 27, $15. Oh, hi, Marianne. Um, it's sad that today's people who suffer from loss. Oh, 100%. Yes, 100%. Okay, very good. Thank you, Christy. Christy girl. Okay. Another item I have is this brand new, or well, it's got a tag, new with tags, 2 different tags. I believe it's in French because it says Il était une fois. Oh, I'm sorry. And then it says Moulin Roti, Rotty. Moulin, like Moulin. Where did I write it? Here. Yeah, Moulin Roti fairy doll. Well, it's a fairy, and I'm calling it less. Hopefully I'm back now. It looks better to me. It seems okay. It was reconnecting for forever. And then I finally got it to get back. To connect, I guess. Oh, come on, people. Come back to me. Come back to me. Yeah, if Marianne, if you're here, I'm really, yeah, I think you're hitting a nail on the head. I got 16 people here now. Am I still frozen? And defrosted. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, this little sweetie is French. I should have had her. Oh, well, I don't know what the heck. So she is French, I believe. This Moulin Roti, it says UK, but I don't know. This seems like it is French. Oh, designed in France. Okay, made in China. But it says it's got, like I said, it's got the tags, and this tag, it must be their like their like their maybe it's their motto, or I can't think of the word, but it says il with an apostrophe with an accent, Etait, and then it's une, and then it's fois. Il était, il était une fois. I don't know what that means. But maybe that's, I hope it's good. This is on the doll. It says, il était une fois. I need to know what that means. Hey Google, what does il était une fois mean in English? No, it won't work. I didn't know if it would work. So anyhow, little Miss Francois, that's a man's name. What's it? Oh well, Michelle. Michelle is French with one L. If she's a brand new little fairy doll, angel. She's sweet. See, she's got layers. And she is $18. And she's number 12. $18, number 12. Look at her freckles. How cute is she? And her eyes are, and her lips are embroidered on, or sewn, or whatever you want to call it. I think, no, that doesn't mean. She's called a fairy doll, but I still don't know what il était une fois means. It's for 10 months and older, or an adult. So she is number 18, $12. Another thing that can be very comforting in times of loss, or, in times of loss, is a teddy bear. If somebody came to me and said, I'm so sorry, and handed me this, I'd be like, oh, thank you. And then I'd hug them. But, this thing would always have meaning. A lot of people are into bears, and this one must have had its hand sewn on, because there's like a few little, like, just these threads. I don't know. It's in the back, so I don't mind it, because I don't want to undo it, because it might be holding something up. I don't know. But how cute is it? It's a Russ. I've shown it before. And his name is Chaucer. And he would just be meaningful, I'm just saying, something like this could be meaningful. It could be meaningful to you if you like teddy bears or whatever. And so he is $8, and he's number 28. $8, number 28. He's got little leather-ish feet on the bottom on his feet. Cute. Hey, cutie patootie. His eyes are right there. You can't really see him so well. But he's also looks like he's smiling a little. So, okay. $8, number 28. All right. For some people, I know this is B for Brighton, but if you lost somebody whose name starts with a B, like Bella, oh my God. I just realized that. And maybe you could put something meaningful in there. Like if that person's into crystals, go and ask, like, what's a good crystal to help somebody get over the loss of a pet named Bella, or a brother, or a dad named Buck, something like that. And put some stones in there, something special, or just, or you could just buy this because you want it. It's $3 and it's number 13. I'm just, coming up with reasons to try to sell things. $3, number 13. Another way to cope with loss is to surround yourself with love, which is a lot of what we've been really saying today. Okay. I'm pretty sure these are brand new from Marshall's, because I got all the other stuff off of them, but not that little bit. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of like sometimes to leave that on so I can show you that that's where it was from. Although you probably knew that it was from Marshall's or Home Goods or TJ Maxx. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of using, like a way to, say that, it's not a lie. Surrounding yourself with love is a great way to get through a loss. So that might mean that you're having people over a lot. And so you're serving beverages. So these are coasters, by the way. They don't have to be coasters. They can just be something that you have in your kitchen, in your bedroom, in your living room, in your bathroom, in, another room, to remind yourself and to actually surround yourself with love. Or always be a place you can put down a drink. Or, unfortunately, these could be used in their actual use as a coaster, because unfortunately, some people that are trying to get over loss, they take to bad habits like drinking or other things. So anyway, drinking, coasters, But anyhow, I say you're surrounding yourself with love and friends and love, and having lemonade or iced tea or soda or, an adult beverage, whatever. And so these they are already done. They all have the sticker, and they all are backed with cork. And there are 5 in this set. And they're $18 for all 5. $18, and they're number 9. Number 9. This is a cool thing that, you could have one like on a windowsill and have like, then have some crystals on this there. Then in another place, have some crystals on there. Then have crystals. And they don't all have to be for the same reason or color. It could be different in all the different places. So, okay. Another, well, hang on now. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one right now because this one's sort of general, because it can be for anybody, to give to anybody. They are $18, number 9. Number 9. Thank you, Lottie. This is, I think, really cool. It's a pewter, it's called a Serenity Angel. It's an ornament, so to speak. You can hang it on your wall. You can hang it on a whatever. You can hang it in the window. You can hang it on your Christmas tree. But she is very nice. And on her wings, it says, "To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world." And some of it is a little worn, but you can still read it. But wow, right? You could put this, you could use this at a memorial service or a funeral, or to give to someone that you love, that you want them to know how special they are. Maybe you're the one person that they are the world to. Or maybe somebody that you know that loves angels. That's really a nice piece. And it is $12, and it's number 22. $12, number 22. Now the last one I'm going to talk about is Touchy. And then I have one item to sell. And then if you want, I can run through the items that I have that are Halloween and Thanksgiving related. Okay, I got you, Anna. Thank you. Well, that's the first time I wrote your whole name. Usually I just write Anna B. That was weird. I must have been really into it. Well, I haven't written names all day for a while, I guess. Okay. There are people that we probably all know that do not have children, and you don't know why. There could be people that don't have children because they don't want children. They're not kid people, whatever. But oftentimes the reason people don't have kids and they don't talk about it is because they were unable to have children. They may have suffered one or two or more miscarriages. So I put child in utero. I didn't know how else to say it. But, people who have had a miscarriage, people who have had a stillborn. I know somebody that had a stillborn child, and then went on to have twins, thank goodness. But I just didn't want, if there are any of you out there, I didn't want you to feel like I didn't recognize that. I have been blessed in my life, but I do remember because it took us 3 years, and that included 3 months of Clomid. Weird, that's close to the other word, of fertility drugs to get pregnant the first time. But before that, it was right at the time when we all were getting on the computer more, because we had a computer and they had chat rooms that you could go to for things that you could relate to, like infertility. And I went to that every morning. Every morning I'd wake up and take my shower, and before I went to work, I would go on there eat my Pop Tarts or whatever, and I'd go on there, and I'd go on there at night too, if my husband was still at work and whatnot. And I would just, it was like, we were all talking about, like, a lot of us knew each other from being on there. But you talk about how long you've been trying and what you're going to do if you don't get pregnant, or some people there were not having successful IVF. That's come a long way. So I think that's getting better, I think, but I don't know for sure. So I think there's, losses in that sense. And I remember there would be people on there that had one, and they were on an infertility website or chat room because they were not able to have, they were having trouble getting a number two. And I remember a part of me at that time, and I admit that's wrong. At that time, I was like, aren't you blessed enough that you have one child? But then I thought later on in life, I thought, that was so wrong, because there are people that are meant to be mothers. There are people that are going to have 4 or 5 kids because that's what they've always wanted, or whatever. There's all kinds of reasons for people wanting a big family. And if you only have one kid, that's not a big family. And a lot of people are just like, I don't want an only child, or I was an only child. I don't want my child to be an only child. There's all kinds of reasons. And so you have to understand that there are people that go through a certain sense of loss for not being able to get pregnant again. So it's like secondary infertility. I think that's what it is. So that can be a huge thing that people will never really get, because they're like, well, you have one. Consider yourself lucky, Well, you know what I considered myself lucky on? I finally got pregnant. And I never had morning sickness. I used to have headaches quite often. I never had a headache during my pregnancy. I actually have had maybe, I was almost going to say less than 5, but for sure I'll say less than 10 headaches. I might have had less than 5 ever since I've had children. I mean, it like changed my life. Pregnancy changed my hair. Now I've got curly hair, whatever. I used to have stick straight hair, whatever. This is not about that. But I'm just saying, I always consider myself blessed because I never had morning sickness. And also, I found myself pregnant again when Jack was 9 months old. I think 9 months. I don't know, whatever. They're 18 months apart. And that was like, wow, okay. And everybody always said, you know what? That was because God made you wait so long for the first one. He gave you the second one right away. So little things like that, you got to just remember the blessings anyway. So yes, coping with loss is a very hard thing, but remember what you do have, the blessings you do have. And don't be afraid to go to someone for help. Don't be afraid to, please go to counseling for any issues that you are not having any luck reconciling. Because if you are willing to communicate with somebody, going to therapy is the best thing I can. It's just great. So anyway, this final loss part of the sale items is brand new in a package. It is what I can only imagine is really soft. Oh, I'm seeing the slight pinkness in the ears, you know, it's a little lamb. It's called a blessings lamb. Oh, look at the satin feet. It's by a company called Ebba. And it's the ribbon around its neck says Jesus loves me. And it still has tags, brand new with tags. And, you know, it just says Blessings Collection and by Ebba, right there. And it says that it plays Jesus Loves Me. And I am just going to turn it. Just a tad, I wanted to just let you know it works. And it does have a tail right there. It's so sweet. I think it's precious. And I love that it's in the bag. So it is as white as the snow or whatever. It just looks so fresh and innocent and sweet. And this can be, you know, something that you would put in a baby's room, or this could be something that could get you through some of those things. You know, some people, they already have a little bit of a nursery ready, because they're trying and, you know, they already have some things in. But something like this, that's, you know, says Jesus loves me, you know, that might be good for the mother to hopefully ever be, or father, you know, just something to help you keep the faith, okay? And it is a Ebba Blessings Lamb, new with tag and in bag. And it works. You guys know I just can't, if I wind it up, I will be demonetized. It is $25 and it's number 19. $25, number 19. Also, this could be a perfect gift for somebody related to our conversation or totally unrelated to our conversation today. This could be something that you want for yourself for a reason, or you want to gift to somebody for a reason. $25, number 19. It plays Jesus Loves Me. Okay, you got it, Lottie. Thank you. I could do a recap of does anybody want me to do a recap of the coping with loss items that didn't sell? Just do a couple yeses or nos. I mean, there are only just like a handful of things, but or I could just whip through them real fast and not really give you the stories, you know. Um, can I buy the angel that holds the Oh, yes, you absolutely can. The font, the angel font. Yes, you can. There it is, made in Sri Lanka. Thank you. Thank you very much, Lottie. Where is it? Right there. Appreciate it very much. It's $25. Thank you. So just, I'll do a quick replay and then we're going to do the holiday. And it won't be a slow roll. We're going to, you know. So the Brighton Heart Tin, it's a B for Brighton, but you know, it can be anybody, is $3 and number 13. $3, number 13. The Chaucer Bear, I'm going in order on my thing now. The Chaucer Bear, it's by Russ Berry, you know, and it's called Chaucer, although I'm sure you can call him whatever you want. He's very lovable. If you collect bears or you just want to gift it to somebody, I don't know, but something's happening here. Just, it's not loose. His head is fine. It wobbles, but it's not loose. He's $8 and he's number 28. $8, number 28. Then I've got the French Moulin Roti Fairy Doll Angel. She's got her tags, new with tags. There are two tags here. One's like a harder card that has like this il c'est un foire, so I don't know what it said. And then there's also this tag on here that says it too, which I still don't know what it says. And it's a fairy, but I also kind of feel like it's an angelic fairy, right? Because of the wings. And it's very sweet. And it was created in France. It's $18 and it's number 12. $18, number 12. Very sweet. Could be gifted because it's new a tag. Then I've got the double deck of Boston Terrier cards. 2 decks. I already knocked it down to $10. So it's number 1. $10, number 1. And they are not very well used. They're newish. They're pretty well new. Then I have the Harley cards. The box is banged up, but the deck is brand new, never used. I mean, like, the cards are still in order. And that is $8, number 11. $8, number 11. And they all look like that bike part. And then I have the Piggy, because my soul sister liked pigs. She had a Piggy that actually was buried with her. I think that was, no, it wasn't. It was we had it put next to her. That Piggy, however, was worn out. People were like, what is that? And his name was just Piggy. And she had Piggy till her last breath. And it's in a little display with her box, which is the urn, is now box, you know. And so Piggy, and it's got wings, so it's an angel pig. I thought, even though it's got hearts, I knew there was a chance that it could be a Valentine thing. It does have a thing that I think it oinked before, or it maybe says something. I just don't have new batteries, or I just didn't take them out and put new batteries in. So it's called the Hallmark Valentine's Day Q-Pig Shuffle Plush. It's $12 and it's number 25. $12, number 25. It's so cute. Look at the little hooves. And also, it's very soft and it's very good color pink. I love it. Yeah. And maybe it plays the Cupid Shuffle. I don't know. So number 12, or $12, number 25. And then I've got the Ideals books. They're each, hang on just a sec. I don't like it when this is unplugged. Ideals Friendship is from 1990, and it's a Nashville edition. And it is number 15. It's $5, number 15. $5, number 15. And then there's this one that it just says a friend special. A friend is special. It's from 1978. It is Ideals, but it doesn't say Ideals. So it could be like the prototype or like an OG. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look now. It's $5 and it's number 30. $5, number 30. So if anybody's interested in any of those things, let me know. And now we will go on to the pieces that I have that are holiday, the coming holiday, Halloween and Thanksgiving. And keep in mind, Halloween is kind of soon, so that's why this is my last hurrah with this. Okay, so I'm going to go in the order that I have them written down. I've got this Goodbye Owl book. Now the dust jacket has seen better days, has a little water damage, a little rip, but the book itself, how cool is that? Look at that. You only need this. Hi, Sally. Wow, it's been a while. You only need, that's perfect. Just use that. And who cares about so there's a story, and the pictures look like the animals look like they've been knitted, some of them. I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, there's a squirrel in this story you guys might like. There are other animals. There are doves, sparrows, blue jays, starlings, woodpeckers, crows, squirrels they were keeping the owl from sleeping. So that's a good night owl. And that's only $8. $8. And like I said, I would totally display this like that, $8, number 10. $8, number 10. Then I have some greeting cards. Now, I wasn't going to grab them, but I did, because what the heck. I'm almost done. They say Happy Halloween. Hope it's a real hoot. There are 6 of them. It's $3, number 18. At least you missed the coping with loss part.
I never, please, I got enough today.
So now I just get done with all that stuff. I just started with the leftovers.
I'm in no hurry.
Holiday
I just figured,
stuff.
your mother's getting tired of me because she's kind of mad at me right now.
Oh well, gee.
Not really, but
See, people, I'm not lying. My mom is not.
That I didn't say, so,
Oh great.
and so I took offense.
You can tell me that after this. So it says Happy Halloween. Hope it's a real hoot. $3, number 18. Then I've got this set. It's brand new.
Isn't it cute?
Brand new. Not this. It's not brand new. This is from World Market. 3 of them, I think, have the tag on them that say World Market. They're the Molly, Malli, Molly, I don't know, pattern. So they'd probably match some napkins or something. Maybe a valance or something. I don't know. And I have 4 of them. Now I just it's stuck on my little garbage stuff here, my stickers. And so there are 4 of them. They were $12. I'm doing $10 now. $10, number 26. $10, number 26. Are you leaving?
No, I'm.
Oh, God, I was going to say.
We're going, don't have a car.
Oh, yeah.
I can walk.
So yes, $10 now those are. I got these just on Tuesday. You got it, Anna. Thank you. Number 26. Over here. I just got these towels on Tuesday. 2 little tip towels. A little orange one with like a lighter brown owl. And they're vintage, you guys. This one is not even, it doesn't even have a tag, the orange one. But this one is Martex. Now that's vintage, and it is in really good shape. It's like it never was used almost. And look how cute they are. So you could use these. I mean, typically a tip towel is in the bathroom, but you could use these if you even just put them like over your stove handle, or if you have a dishwasher, over the dishwasher handle, or if you do like I do, I always put a towel in the refrigerator in the handle, so you could stick it in there like that. So these are Choice, I think. Yes, Choice. Wait, where are they? Oh, no, yes, Choice. $4 each. I'm sorry. Yes, more owls. $4 each, your choice. Number 16. Number 16. They're so cute. Or you can set it like in the bathroom, just set it like this. That's, my mom's got 2 towels. She just sets them like this. So every time I wash my hands and dry them, I gotta fold it back up. I mean, it's not so bad if it's like just for the holiday, but hers is like all the time. So, you know what? I can do $3. I can do $3 each. $3 each, number 16. Yeah, or you could do what I did. If you watched my haul, if you watched the right one, there was something, the towel was trash. And I just cut out the flower. Well, I had Nancy cut out part of it and I ripped the rest of it. So I just had it looks like a flower patch, not a flower patch, but a flower patch. But anyhow, you could do that. Or you could frame it, make a little frame of your little owls, and you can use this all year round. All year. Nobody's going to know. I mean, you like owls. You got stuff. Whatever. Okay, maybe not. And then I've got the glowy Scooby-Doos. I do not have my keys with me, but they do glow. I mean, I think you could tell by looking at them. Heck, you can almost just put them in a dark place and see. They are, see, they're wearing their little Scooby tag. They're in such good condition. Somebody cut off their tags on the bottom, but their choice of yellow or orange. They were $15 each. I knocked them down to $12 each. Number 8. And they are glowy. They are glowy. I can't. I could kind of almost. Shaggy. Oh, Shaggy. I can't. What am I thinking? Okay. I really thought those were going to be a big hit when I got them out. Okay, and this too. This is a real Squishmallow. It's a mini. It's from 2022. It's new with tags, and it's a bat. It's a bat. It's got little horns or ears or whatever that does that, and then their wings. Little bat, little Squishmallow. It's a mini Squishmallow bat. It's new with tags, and it's $15. Number 17. Getting dry. I don't have much left.
But the thing is, to see George.
$15, number 17. I mean, wouldn't this look cute if you see there's this little tag on it? Like, obviously, I doubt somebody's going to keep this on there, but that little piece, that little loop, you could use fishing line or something and make him like be hanging, right? Like he's flying, like a bat is loose in the joint. And he has fangs. Look. Okay. Wow. Hallmark Thanksgiving cards. There are 6 of them, and they were $5, and I'm now knocking them down to $3 for the pack. They say, "What a beautiful time for giving thanks and sharing warm thoughts with you." Very pretty. These they were 5, now they're 3. They're number 7. Number 7, $3. 6 cards. And I've got these gift card or gift tags. I don't know. They used to come with gift wrap, and I feel like they were for Christmas, but the color, because gift wrap and tags, but I feel like you could use these almost like maybe for like place settings. Like this. I mean, they have like this little things that you're going to stick it. So maybe you could stick it like on the table, and they have to like look up, and it says wishing you the very best. And you could just write their name on it or something. Like to Tom from John. Whatever. I got 2 sets of 3. I had done them both sets for $5, but now I'm just doing $2 per set. So you don't have to buy all of them if you don't want to, but if you do, you can. So they are number 2. I didn't know that. Number 2. I have 2 sets, and they're $2 a set. And they did only have 2 on here, but then I had the other I had 2 loose ones that didn't have a card, so that's why I have wrote down 3 tags on each of them. And I'm explaining all of this, and nobody's gonna care. So okay, then I have the petite napkin, coaster size turkey. There's 12 of them, $5. I knocked it down to $4 for 12 of them. Number 14. Number 14. $4. I've got these trick-or-treat bags. I'm going to do them separate this time. These are, I guess, kind of generic ones. They don't have a East-West distributing company in Deerfield, Illinois. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that, but I don't know where it is from. So there are 20 bags in here that say trick or treat. Okay. And I was asking $6. Now I'm just asking $4. $4 for number 21. $4 for number 21. Then I've got this pack that was opened. And this one has, actually, no. This one, did I count these? No. This is, I'm mixed up. Okay. All right. This is what it is. They're Fun World. They're made by Fun World, which is actually still is good. Fun World. They've been open though. I don't know how many there are. I don't know. I mean, there's that many. There's a few, quite a few in there. So, but they're 4 styles. There's pumpkins, there's a cat, and then there's 2 other styles in there of bags. And so for these, I'm doing $8 for I don't know how many, and because they're Fun World, and they're number 21. Okay, Nettie. So you wanted the generic ones, I think, because you got that before you had the number. Let me know if you want the other ones too. And these are $8. And then there are these, and they're also Fun World. There are 40 of them. And these were $14. Now I'm just asking $10. $10, number 21. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just going to ask you after this. So these are still available. These are $8 and these are $10. There are 40 of them. It's never been open. They're both by Fun World. Couple things more here. The this crocheted purse, black and orange and yellow, little. It's not big. It could be for, just a little thing to have, or you could put it on a doorknob and put some flowers coming out of it, or you could give it to a young lady. It was $5. Now it's $3. $3, number 20. $3, number 20. Then I've got the pillowcase, very fall pillowcase. I think it could be any time for anybody, but somebody made it. And there's I'm pretty sure, yeah. Pretty sure somebody made it. Okay. It's pretty big, but I don't know what size it is. It was $6, now it's $4, and it's number 3. $4, number 3 for the fall pillowcase. All right, then I can't believe nobody wanted this. The Jellycat owl. The Jellycat owl. Jellycat's a hot brand now. That the items are extremely soft. Now, this one is not as soft because it's an owl, but under his wings are very soft, and his face is very soft. Very, very soft. And he has his little talons, I don't know what you want to call them. And anyhow, he's a Jellycat owl, and he is $20. I'll back him up to show him the size. Here, I got my new, I washed it. My new ruler. new to me. It's like 10 inches, although with hair sticking up, it's like 11 or more. It's $20 and it is number 24. Number 24. He's got eyebrows. See how I think, well, maybe not. Maybe to me, it just because I kind of see it at a different angle. That looks like eyebrows. And then that's like a different color, right? Okay, then there's the eyeballs. I got 3 like these ping pong kind of eyeballs. And then this one is like a rubber ball, and I think it glows. So that's all I got. And they're $2. Oh, one of them's got a little dent in it now. Wonder what happened there. Huh. Well, it doesn't matter. It's an eyeball. I mean, they are $2 and they're number 6. $2, number 6. And then I have 2 items that are new to the sales. I've got this this little Hallmark lady. She is Mrs. Pilgrim. So you know there's Mr. out there somewhere. She was made in Taiwan. I didn't find him, much like my real life. And she's like 6 inches tall or something like that. She's a sweetheart. She's cute. Mrs. Pilgrim with her little apron or whatever on. She's $12 and she is number 29. She will bring you the turkey. Fry it. She's gonna, well, not fry it up in a pan. I don't know what I was gonna say. Little Mrs. Pilgrim, if you're into Hallmark items, and you know I'll be looking for Mr. Pilgrim. So $12, number 29. And then this book, I almost forgot about this, although I can have it for a while, because I had all these books. This is The Pilgrim's Path. And it is, this one is, there are some that are from the like 100,000th to the 125,000th issue or edit issues. Copies. And this one says edition completing 150,000. So it says copyright 1901 and 1922. So I don't know. Maybe that meant it was 1922. But also, it had this, and I'll leave it in there. Do this in remembrance of me. And it's got the date on it of Father Stanislav of the Infant Jesus OCD ordained priest. It said June something, and it was crossed out. Now it says August 15th, 1962. It's got a little reading on it, but whatever. It was in there, so I leave it in there. Most times, that's the way it goes. So it does have some illustrations. This is a book of prayers for busy people with instructions and illustrations. Okay, kind of something new to me, anyway. Yeah, it's only as big as my hand, maybe. It is $12 and it's number 5. $12, number 5. I do too, thank you. And that's it. So much for doing my, well, I guess Nettie at least bought, well, Anna bought something too. So at least that was something out of those items. So thanks, you guys. Next week is gonna be a boho sale. I am all ready for it. I mean, I haven't written down prices, but I have all the things. I have them all in a bag. And I'm going to be including a couple of pretty amazing finds of late. One of which is a Betsy Johnson, like maybe a weekender. And the other, and it's awesome if you didn't see my thing. I mean, I was carrying it for a while on. It feels good, strapped on and everything. And the other amazing item, I mean, go watch my darn hauls, y'all. It's a Mackenzie Childs Poppy bath rug, which I would use in the kitchen as well. I would use it wherever I wanted to use it. At the door, whatever. But both of those things are of a certain value. Well, the Betsy Johnson's not as high as like incredible. But the Mackenzie Childs rug is. So check it all out. And you know how my boho is. It's not all like all for just boho. Like my mom today asked me what boho is. So anyhow, and also I am going to be doing something possibly incredibly. You got it. You got it. Thanks, Anna. And so anyhow, that's it. Boho sale next week. I'm gonna do something that could embarrass me greatly, but why not? I do things. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that this discussion was helpful to even just one person. And if you decide that you want any of the things that didn't sell, please reach out. comfycozyliving at gmail.com. And I will see you next week at the boho sale. There will not be a haul next week because we're not going to the bins. And well, I mean, unless I go somewhere strange, I don't know. Yeah, I am maybe going thrifting Saturday with my friend. But anyway, thank you as well, or God bless as well to you, Anna. Thank you. And you guys just have a great rest of your day. I hate it when people say that, but I just said it. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great night. Have a great night. Okay? If you're in an earlier place, have a great afternoon. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye.